The biggest scam in the world is the egg industry, because it's not actually about selling eggs. The strategy behind it is more genius than you can imagine. A Manhattan billionaire, on his deathbed, called his 4 children to his side. He whispered his final instructions and handed each of them a $100,000 check. He said, "Take this money and go into the egg business for 1 month. Whoever makes the most profit will inherit the biggest share of my fortune." The 4 children took the money and went to start their businesses. The oldest bought a farm with $100,000 and then bought 500 top-quality laying hens for $40 each. Jack dealt with chickens every single day, feeding them, cleaning up, and picking up eggs with his own hands. Every day he harvested a batch of eggs and sold each for 50 cents. After deducting costs, he earned 20 cents per egg. By the end of the month, Jack made about $3,000. He worked for 30 days and didn't earn much. Plus, he was totally exhausted, smelled like chicken manure, worked 12 hours a day, and hadn't taken a single day off. The second child, Mary, saw her brother struggling and thought, "I want the eggs, so why do I have to raise the chickens myself?" She didn't buy any chickens. Instead, she went to outside poultry farms and negotiated a partnership. She leased hens that were at their peak production. The monthly rent per hen was only $5. With her $100,000, she leased 2,000 hens, hired a few part-time employees, and set up a simple but efficient process. By the end of the month, Mary earned about $12,000. With the same starting capital as Jack, her profit was 4 times higher, and she actually had time to rest. The third son, Marcus, saw his sister's operation, and his ambition grew. He didn't want to be trapped by just his $100,000. He went directly to food manufacturers, large restaurant chains, and industrial bakeries that consume thousands of eggs every week. His pitch was simple. "I'll supply you with eggs at 10% below market price, but we sign a contract, and you pay 30% up front." Those companies hesitated, fearing Marcus would run off with the money, so he used his father's reputation as a guarantee. The buyers signed one by one. He collected over $500,000 in prepayments, rented massive coops, hired workers, and expanded the scale to 20,000 chickens. By the end of the month, Marcus netted over $120,000. The starting capital was still that original $100,000, but Marcus figured out a powerful logic. Reputation is capital, and connections are capital. You have to know how to use them. Billy, the youngest, saw them diving headfirst into the egg business and thought differently. "They're all fighting over the same cake. I need to bake a bigger one." With his $100,000, he did something unexpected. He didn't buy a single chicken. Instead, he spent the first week doing research, talking to farmers, and visiting distribution centers to master the entire industry's logic. Then, he built a simple app that connected small poultry farmers directly with local restaurants and grocery stores. No middlemen. Farmers could sell for a higher price, and buyers got fresher eggs. The platform took an 8% commission on every transaction. He spent his $100,000 on marketing, infrastructure, and hiring 2 sales reps. Within 3 weeks, over 50 farmers and 150 buyers were using his platform, with hundreds of daily transactions. But Billy didn't stop there. He found that these farmers needed supplies, feed, medicine, and equipment, so he partnered with agricultural suppliers. If the farmers bought supplies through his referral link, he'd get a 5% commission. He also noticed delivery trucks were constantly running between farms and buyers, so he cut a deal with a local fuel company for exclusive gas discounts for his members, taking a 3% cut of every gallon sold. So how much did Billy make at the end of the month? He made $80,000 from app commissions, $40,000 from supply referrals, and $20,000 from the fuel partnership, a total net profit of $140,000 without raising a single chicken. Billy mastered a truth most people can't learn. The most powerful thing in this world isn't money or power, it's your mindset. Always remember, wealth comes from strategy, not just hard labor. Making money comes from seizing the moment and seeing the big picture, not just grinding blindly. Powerful thinking creates powerful people. Successful people teach their kids strategy, human nature, and street smarts from an early age, because they understand that this world is a giant jungle filled with predators. If you only focus on survival while keeping your mindset in poverty, the damage is more lethal than anything an outsider could do to you.